I did not get to y'all yesterday. That's really when the start of the vlog is supposed to be. But let me tell y'all, I had an eventful day yesterday. The day went from being good to almost could have been ruined, back to good again. Boyz II Men was in town, and I kept going back and forth during the week as to whether or not I wanted to go. And because it was on a Sunday, I knew not many people would be able to go with me because of work the next day. And Arvin's definitely couldn't go with me because he was getting off, even though he's off today, he was getting off work too late for us to make it in time for him to get ready and all that good stuff. So anyway, I told one of my former coworkers who usually went to concerts with me before the whole pandemic, and she was like, yeah, she loves Boyz II Men, and I'm a diehard Boyz II Men fan, right? So I literally decided yesterday that I was gonna go to this concert, bought the tickets on the spot. I got home a little bit past 4:30 and then started getting ready at 4:55, and I needed to be out of the house by 5:30, which didn't happen. I ended up leaving the house at 6 o'clock. So now get on the road, and I was driving my car on the wrong gear. And I felt like I was doing it because I was also speeding because I was rushing to go pick up my friend. Drove it on the wrong gear. I kept hearing something, so then I pushed it back to drive, because there's drive and then there's D3. And I just was speeding on. I don't know if you're not supposed to do that, but my car stopped with me on the highway. I heard something was going on, and I was like, okay, I definitely did something with the switching of gears. I did it while I was driving, so I probably messed that up. So y'all, I literally had to pull over. The car was already off. The car was just moving with me just off of momentum, and I was just directing it to get me to the side. Once I started hearing something funny, I was like, let me move over a little bit just in case I need to be pulling over. Thank God I did that, because the car just stopped. So now I was like, all right, we're gonna catch an Uber. Mind you, I told you it's like an hour and a half away, right? I had to act fast. I called the Uber to pick up my friend, then to come get me on the highway. I wasn't even sure if it was gonna pick me up at the right point, because it just kept putting an address that was like off of the highway and not necessarily on the highway. So I did my best to let the driver know, like, I am on the highway by this exit, yada yada. Everything was going in my mind. I'm trying to get to the concert still, right? Then I'm just like trying to also figure out the car. Called the towing company, called Arvin's, he was at work. He's like, all right, he's gonna be headed on his way, and so he could stay with the car so I could be on my way. We were going to this Boyz II Men concert, right? So then this veteran stops. I was like, are you the tow truck company? He's like, no, I'm just being a good Samaritan. Y'all, he's like, okay, what you just did, don't ever do again. Guess what I did? I just like gleefully unlocked the door and let him come. Like, if I were the actress in the movie, I would have been screaming at myself like, what are you doing? He was like, don't ever do that. Just roll the window down. That thought didn't even go through my mind. Now I understand the movies. When you're like just completely discombobulated like that, you're not thinking straight. I obviously should have thought straight. He could have posed as a tow truck driver and completely just abducted me. And here I am just like, hey, are you the tow truck? What was I thinking? I actually had Arvin's change the plates to my car to veterans plates. So he could tell that, not that I was a veteran, but there's some relation to a veteran because my car had veteran plates, right? And this just happened like a week prior. So he stopped. He's like, I know the state troopers. I'm gonna get a state trooper over here. We're gonna get you out of here. And he was like, you could just leave the car. We'll take care of everything. I'm like, this guy literally was a godsend. I don't know what connects he has, but he's a vet, so I'm sure he has some kind of connects. He got the state trooper to me. Once the state trooper got to me, he's like, just leave the car. We'll handle it. If the tow truck is on his way, don't worry about it. And I was so moved by that. And as soon as the state trooper got there, the Uber pulled up, because I was also like on the phone trying to direct them to make sure they got to me. I guess the location that I pinned was able to get them right to me. They got to me, no problem. We were gonna be late for the concert, and every time I go to a Boyz II Men concert, I miss the On Bended Knee song, which is one of my favorites. The tow truck was on their way and Arvin's was also on their way because I pinned my location to Arvin's. So I started on my way to this concert in an Uber that was about to be an hour-and-a-half drive. So we were now gonna get to the concert like 40 minutes late. And I was just praying that they were at least like 20 to 30 minutes late so that the time lost wouldn't be significant. We get to the concert, I'm like shuffling, trying to like do the security, take off my bag, get all the tickets out. The ticket isn't loading because it was on my phone. I had a mobile one. The service was shoddy in there, so it would never load my tickets. So now I go to the box office, which is right there. And I'm like, I can't pull up my tickets, but they could clearly see like what our seats were. So the woman, and our seats weren't bad. It was like right behind orchestra, but I really did want orchestra, but those seats were already gone. So then she handed us some random tickets and I'm looking at them like, these are orchestra seats. Oh, you just gave us new seats? And she's like, yeah, have fun. I'm like, like a day that could have gone so wrong just ended up turning around to be so perfect. So now we go to our orchestra seats and the crowd is bumping. It was a full house. It was such a good crowd. They were amped. They were just bumping to everything. Such good vibes in that entire theater. I'm so tired, but I'm still going off of the adrenaline from last night. Like, that was quite an adventure. It really was. I still have a packed day, and a vlog is not going out today for obvious reasons. I definitely have to recoup from yesterday, but I still have to record a video and whatnot. So the electrician is coming tomorrow. The crown molding needs to be removed. Just a piece of it needs to be removed. And I was also searching yesterday to see if I could get someone in here today to remove that. But they were quoting me way too much money for something that's a really easy job. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just ask my dad to do it. Looked it up. It looks super easy. All that really needs to be done to get it off is that the caulking needs to be cut through with a nice sharp blade, which I have. And then my dad has the other piece that you need to actually pry it off. But I need to go get the oscillating tool to actually cut through the piece of crown because I'm not gonna cut all the way down from one end to the other. I'm just gonna cut somewhere over the cabinet so that that seam is not visible, even though it'll be caulked when it's put back. But we need to remove that so the electrician could do his job tomorrow so that I could have my light fixtures here. And then he's also gonna change these light fixtures tomorrow. And then I'll have my under cabinet lighting as well. Oh, he's gonna do the floor outlets tomorrow as well. So he has a full day here tomorrow. He's gonna be here for 8 hours and he'll be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. And that was the one thing that he told me that I should probably get done before he gets here. So this is already super long. I need to go get that. And I also am just gonna buy some breakfast out, treat myself. Not that breakfast at home is not a treat, but I feel like I need a nice like hot cocoa or chai latte or something like that because my throat is also raspy from singing and screaming all night at the concert. I'll probably check in with you guys when the work starts to be completed tomorrow. Stop by Panera so I can grab some breakfast before I grab that tool. And my dad was also able to come by later on so he could take care of that removal for the electrician. Hey y'all, I am back. It is Tuesday. I've had a rough start to the week, but the concert was all worth it. It was all worth it. I'd do it all over again. But now I am like trying to play catch up. And I'm also a little behind on recording my videos. I should have recorded 2 by today, and that has not happened. So tomorrow I'm actually gonna have to record a video and put it out on the same day, which is going to be interesting. At any rate, yesterday I did end up getting that tool that I think I told you guys I had to go get so that my dad could take down that piece of trim for the electrician. The electrician was also due to come today. However, the parts that he ordered did not make it in time. So now they should be in by Thursday. So he is set to come in on Thursday. So in the meantime, I figure I'd just show you guys what I had to take down and give you guys the vision of what I'm looking to do because I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. So let me flip you guys over. All right, so if you see there, that piece of trim is gone where that ugly beige yellow that used to be in the house is, and My dad was able to take this off, but basically what's going to happen is this light fixture is going to be completely removed, and there's going to be one light fixture over this window and one light fixture over that window. And I'll put in some examples of what I'm looking for. And I had my dad cut the trim right over the cabinet so that no one can notice the seam when we put it back up. But the electrician is going to be doing all that, as well as adding lighting under these cabinets. Don't mind the fact that I have no handles over there. We're trying to figure out which ones to change them to. The saga still continues with that. But yeah, we're going to have a few changes. Oh, and these are also the light fixtures that are getting changed as well. I cannot stand these. They look awful. Totally not my vibe. So it'll be really nice to see when everything is installed. It's really gonna give the kitchen a nice facelift. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I just got through recording a video that I actually need to do my best to try to post and push out today, since I am a little late for my uploads. I was gonna do a reel today, but I actually need to hold off on that tomorrow so I could not only better prepare, but also because I need to get this video out today. There's a few things that need to go down. We need to clear out the bottom cabinets since tomorrow is the day the electrician comes. So I also have to do a few outside errands, which is why I need to hurry up and get to editing this video that I just did. I could probably get it out in an hour. So I am just stopping in so I could do a quick check-in, let you guys know how I'm doing productivity wise. So far so good. Late is better than never, and that is my only goal, just making sure that I still stick to the uploading schedule and all that stuff. Not necessarily the schedule, but at least the amount of times that I produce work. The only thing that's a little off is that I'm gonna have to record another video tomorrow because I just don't have the time to be able to do it today so that I could get it out. But we're doing the best with what we got. I wanted to go to the concert, so these are the sacrifices that I have to make, and I feel like I deserved to go to the concert. So I'll probably check back in with you guys once the electrician is here tomorrow, because it's going to be a very exciting day of events. I actually went and did a quick home goods run later that evening so I could check to see if a pair of chairs that I saw with my sister last week was still there, but unfortunately they were sold out. I saw other things, but they weren't going to quite work out for my space, like this pair here, but I didn't really like the color too much, nor the gold on the bottom. Hey guys, it is Thursday. It's just about 10 a.m. Today is the day. And by the day, I mean it's the day that the electrician comes to do all the little updates in the kitchen that we talked about. Like, it's actually happening right now. And I'm so excited. And y'all, I'm even more giddy because not only is he going to do the lighting underneath the cabinets, he's like, oh, you know what? I have a little extra. Went, drilled a hole. I was like, what is he doing? He's like, I'll add some on top too. Y'all, he's adding lighting on top of the cabinets as well, because I have an opening on top of my cabinets. And I was actually going to do a little update where I close them, but not anymore, because we're going to have some amazing new lighting details up there that I cannot wait to see. And how amazing is he to just add that last minute, throw that in there? He's not charging me extra for any of this stuff. Y'all, he's literally the best. I found my dream electrician, and I cannot wait to continue to just find different contractors to work with like this who just mesh with me perfectly. Someone who just goes above and beyond and also just cares so much about the quality of their work is the perfect fit for me. We are down in the kitchen. Jamie, you want to say what's up? No, he's anonymous.
Yo no hablo inglés.
We got some under cabinet lighting going on. Those are the strips right there. My man Jamie is hooking a sister up right now. You guys can kind of see the process. When I tell you this is a game changer, y'all, game changer. The work is done, y'all. It's like 90% done. And I am gagging at how good this looks and just how these small little updates will make such a huge impact. I'm gonna flip you guys around in a second. It is 6:30, a little bit past 6:30. I actually need to warm up my dinner and eat. I just finished recording a reel of the before and after of the lights because I wanted to show the progress, and I want to show that progress on my timeline, but your girl is ecstatic. Let me flip y'all around. Okay, so here are the lights. When I tell you it is a complete facelift from those ugly things I had before, like, come on. Ugh. Build a grade to the max. And now we have elevated ourselves to this. And let me show you guys the best part. Ah, look at that. He added lighting on top of the cabinets. I'm still over the moon that he went above and beyond for me in that way, because who does that? No one, no one. Obviously, this electrician. And I don't know what this is at, let me see. It's at 100 right now. This is 50, and this is when I wanted to go lower. It's only flickering like that because it's doing that on camera, but in real life, that's actually not happening. So now, this top part over here, over by the sink, he is going to put 2 light fixtures, one here and one here. So as you can see, he did all the prep work for that. My dad can now come back in and put that trim that was removed earlier in the week. So all that will be covered. That's why you see there's a notch there. And then when the lights come in, they'll be ready to be installed next week sometime. But those are the edits so far. And then the next thing on the list, since I have this done, is to do the backsplash. So I've decided that I'm definitely not going to do any tiling. What I'm going to do is just get a slab that is comparable to this, which I think is actually in here. Yeah, you see I have some examples, but I showed you guys these way back when. This looks very, very similar to, I mean, it's almost identical to what I have. The only thing is that there's some veining, and that is the bit of difference that I wanted to have with this light. Actually, let me turn these up so they can stop flickering. That is what I wanted for the backsplash, because I wanted it to have the same effect, but just some slight veining where you'd be able to see enough of a difference, even though it's almost exact. So yeah, this is what I think I'm going to go with. I love this because the lighting on the cabinet, I should say, because it creates such a vibe in here. When I was sitting on the couch, it just felt different. It felt completely different. And I know that when Namaya comes home, she is going to be so excited, and this is going to be her spot. Like, it was already her spot, but now that this light is here, it's really cool because it could be moody when you dim them. We could do movie nights and still have these on low and create some sort of an ambiance. There's still some other things that are gonna need to be done for the TV and whatnot. Obviously, these window treatments are gonna be out of here, but that is very low on the list. When you talk about satisfaction guaranteed, this is what they're talking about right here. So next week, this won't be so much of an eyesore. And I'm pretty sure my dad will be here this week to put up that trim, so you'll only see those little pieces there. But again, another electrician told me
that bit could not happen. And it already looks different with that pole not hanging there. I don't know if I showed a before, but the light pole was hanging up until about here, which really took up more space than I realized, because once it was gone, it made such a huge difference. And I cannot wait to get the light fixtures, because the light fixtures that come off the wall aren't going to be hanging as long as that pole was. So it's just going to be more open, if you will. So can't wait to see how that comes together. Everything just looks amazing. Let me know what you guys think about these light fixtures. And by the way, I got these light fixtures off of Amazon. I had purchased another set of light fixtures from Wayfair that did not work at all because they were completely off from these stools. Not that I'm trying to match these to the exact, but it was just way too yellow, way too yellow. And it's a little too dark for you guys to be able to see right now. I'd probably have to show you guys in the daytime, but this gold color matches perfectly. It looks so good with these stools. It's not throwing it off. And when I got those other ones, I had to return them immediately because that's how much they just were completely off from everything else. And I needed it to look somewhat similar. Again, I didn't need it to be exact, but that yellow was just not working. And the other thing I'm also gonna do is change the faucet. But I'm not gonna touch the faucet until the backsplash is done, because I don't want to have to touch the faucet and move it a second time when they have to come in and do the backsplash, because I'm sure that's gonna have to get out of the way in order for them to do that. So that's it, you guys. We are coming along. We are coming along.
And just like that, the Kitchen Counter Chronicles are back. Oh, that's my food. If you saw a clip from yesterday, I actually went to Home Depot and Home Goods. No. What am I saying? I went to Target and Home Goods to see if I could find these chairs. I'll put them up on the screen for you, because I was debating getting the Mario Bellini pieces, just the separate pieces, 2 of them, to put across from the sofa. I'll show you an example of what I was thinking, because I really wanted the Mario Bellini, right? However, I think I have finally just let go of the idea, because the chair is significantly low. But the other thing is, I know if I got it, I would want to get it in a light color, but I also really want to infuse some color in the house. And when I say color, I don't mean anything like bright and stark or anything like that. I want to add earthy tones, moody tones, so olives, rich rustic colors, and plush velvets and stuff like that. And I found this set of chairs that I saw last week when I went to Home Goods with my sister, because my sister's getting her baby nursery together. While I was helping her out, I came across these chairs and I took a picture of them, but I just left it at that. And then as the wheels started to turn in my mind, I was like, those chairs really could probably work. And they were a really good price. They were $279, right? So yesterday I was like, let me go back. I was going to purchase them, try them out, see how they look, because then I could put those beautiful olive chairs across the sofa instead, and then add other colors throughout as I continue to decorate. I was just like, forget about the Mario Bellini. And it's also pretty big. It's big in size. And I don't want anything to be too overbearing here, which is why I didn't keep my last couch. I mean, I didn't keep it because I also wanted to just like have a new vibe, but it was just too big and overbearing. And I don't want to create the same thing here. I want to make sure I get furniture that actually fits the scale of what we have here. I felt like those would work, but when I went back, they were gone, y'all. They were sold out. I have to take a bite, y'all. I'm so hungry. This is some mac and cheese that I made, because I did not make dinner this week of course, because I forfeit all that to go to the Boyz II Men concert. They were sold out, but I'm sure they're at a different location. The other option is to get these chairs from Urban Outfitters, which I think Lakeisha has. I think she has one of them. I need to ask her what she thinks as far as comfort and all that, because I did some measurements from the dimensions that I saw online, and those would look good here too. They'd fit well, at least I should say. And that chair comes in multiple colors, like an olive green and whatnot. So I'm really leaning towards the olive green color. The only reason why I really would want the one that I saw in Home Goods is because the velvet material was really unique. It was like a distressed velvet, and it was also a swivel chair. So I like swivel chairs, and I feel like that would be nice in the living room and just create more of a vibe when people are over, they're talking, they could just turn around in the swivel. And it was also significantly less than the Urban Outfitters one. That one was $279.99, and the Urban Outfitters one is like $499. So I essentially could get like two for almost the price of one. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably over the weekend tell Arvin's to be my chauffeur for the escapade of going around to try to find it, because I feel like it would fit the space perfectly. Just something tells me it will. And then I also found this rustic piece that is on Lulu in Georgia. They're having a friends and family, but the friends and family does not apply to this particular item that I saw. Because remember I said I want to add the earthy tones. I found this beautiful / ottoman piece on their site, and I was looking for something like that. So I think I'm also gonna get that, especially if I get the olive chairs. They're just going to bounce off of each other so beautifully. This is really top priority after the closet, again, because this is the main area where we hang out the most, and we need to get it completely settled, especially before baby comes, because I'm sure down here is going to be where they get fed, and you know, we're gonna need to sit on the couch with them and all of that. Just, you know, when they start getting old enough to crawl, all that good stuff, you know, and that's gonna creep up before you know it. So this first floor needs to be completely updated to my liking before the baby comes. So we don't have that much time, but things are moving. This electrician was a dream come true, basically, because he is one of the reasons why this is finally moving along. I honestly didn't expect to have the underlighting cabinet by now. That was something that I felt like I was gonna have to wait on. And forget about the lights over the kitchen sink. The last electrician basically was like, no, it's too complicated. It's not worth it. Those were his words. Who determines what's worth it for someone's home? I think the homeowner should. There's some contractors that just want to do bigger jobs with bigger contracts, and they don't really want to do residential stuff. And it's pretty obvious that that was the kind of electrician he was. He was the electrician that did my parents' home, and my parents' home was a way bigger job because they got the entire house completely renovated from top to bottom. So I guess that was more of a job that was worth it to him. This is more of a one-off thing that he's probably like, yeah, not worth it for me. Hey y'all, happy Friday from me and my new lights. Got my new lights. Got my new lights. Yes, I am very much feeling myself today. And not to mention, today is going to be in the 70s. So I might just pop out here and look cute on them today, because I'm not putting out a video today since I was not able to record because the electrician was here. Not a problem. We'll get right back on schedule next week. There will be weeks where things like this happen, but I did what I could for the week. The only thing that didn't get done was that one video, so I'm not beating myself up over it. But today I am definitely going to indulge in this weather. I'll probably go check to see if the chairs are in stock at some other Home Goods since Arvin's is off today. I forgot he was going to be off. So since he does have the day off, I'm going to go ahead and do that when he gets back home because he stepped out real quick. I already got my workout in. Gonna run, take a shower, get dressed. If I feel like it, we'll see. I don't know how I feel, but the weather is definitely a good motivator. So I'll probably wear something cute and chill. Cross your fingers that he accompanies me on this. I haven't told him what the adventure is, but I'm hoping he'll just take the ride with me and do it, because also if I find the chairs, I'm gonna need him to help. All those stores have people in store to help, but it's not gonna hurt to have him there with me. And he hasn't gone on one of these with me for a while. Do you guys do that to your husbands? You sort of kind of like trick them into going into these rides with you? The moment that he realizes, he does like a, okay, or he'll do, oh, so we're doing one of those today. That's what he'll say. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Look how gorgeous it is out here. I forgot to show you my OOTD, but I did get a little cute. I'm just wearing my H&M knit set with my Zara boots and just these jogger jeans that are very comfortable. And I did get him to take me. We're not gonna say what we're gonna do or the extent of what we're doing, but he's taking me. So I will take you guys along with me. First stop we went to was HomeSense. I found the chairs at Home Goods, but HomeSense could also have them as well. As soon as I walked in, I kind of just browsed around, and once I got a little further down, I ended up coming right across the chairs. They were right in my face, you guys. What are the odds? I am back home, and as you can see, I had a successful outing. Because look how those chairs were smack dab in my face as soon as I walked into HomeSense. That's why I love the TJX stores, because you're bound to find what you need when you need it. That was sold out at a Home Goods last week. And then all of a sudden I find it at this HomeSense. I definitely was not expecting it to happen that quickly, because I have had my share of having to run around every Home Goods, HomeSense, TJX store in Massachusetts just to find what I want. And I was praying to God that this wasn't one of those instances, because I just wanted to try it out and see if it would work out. The chairs are here. They do look good. I have 30 days to return them. So what I want to do is just use that 30 days to kind of look for other things just to make sure these are perfect. So far, they look good. I'm going to show you guys in a second. I'm not mad at what they look like right now, even though the living room is not completely together, because again, we don't have that TV put up, and that love seat is kind of throwing everything off. So it's hard to get a full grasp, but the bit that I gather right now looks good. And it's a really beautiful olive. And the person who worked at HomeSense, who was just helping me out in terms of making sure that they brought the chairs up for me and I can complete the purchase, she was like, oh, these are so good. Because I did do a poll on Instagram of these other chairs that I saw. I loved the shape of those, like love them. But the pattern was completely off. It was just not gonna work. But I was still considering just maybe reupholstering them, which would be loads of money and totally not worth it. So that's why I'm kind of like, maybe if I browse around, maybe I'll find another pattern, because these TJX stores are good for that. They'll have a pattern in one thing and then have different patterns or other solid colors. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye open and also actively search for other things just in case, because whenever I get furniture, I always wanna be absolutely sure that it's something that I want. But let me tell you, the fact that it's swivel is so perfect, because this is an open floor plan. I took a little spin around in the chair, and that swivel feature is so clutch for this space, which is also why I'm kind of happy that I didn't go with the Mario Bellini. Now, I will say, I would probably still get the Mario Bellini down the line if I ever wanted to get rid of that one couch that we just got. That's if I have that option, because the chairs do really look good. Enough of me talking about it. Let me just show you guys.
Here they are. Don't mind the vacuum in the background. I actually vacuumed these and also the bottom of them because they were sitting on the main floor in a public store, and I'm a germaphobe, so I used the disinfectant fabric spray on these as well so that we could sit on a nice and clean chair. But anyway, these are them. I feel like they look really great. I'm gonna flip you over so you could see what the sofa looks like on the other side. The other thing I like about these chairs is that they're small enough to be able to move around. So if I wanna switch up the layout here, I can do so with no problem. I did move these around a little bit even while I'm pregnant. Not something I would 100% recommend, but they are very manageable to handle. I would definitely put some sort of a side table right in between there because we're going to have a coffee table in the middle here. And I also love how the velvet goes with the carpet as well. It looks like it's the perfect match, but let me flip you over so you could see the couch. Okay, so that's the couch, which you guys haven't like 100% seen. You see how like cable box and all that is there. I can't wait to get that sorted. And there goes all the light fixtures from before that we're saying goodbye to, and that's the box to the new light pendant. So yeah, can't wait to get this place fully together. But this is the couch on the other side. So the couch could either stay here or I could flip it around and put it along this way, and then maybe put one of these chairs on one side or keep them where they are and still have, I don't know, but it's a layout that I could play with. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if I can like back up so you guys can really see what it looks like. Let me know what you're thinking, because I'm really, really loving this. Look how good they even look in this frame right here. I feel like I'm trying to convince y'all to convince me to keep them. But I want your honest opinion. They do look really good. And they're short as well because the couch is low. So I like that that's low. And I also like lower furniture for that area because it's an open space. I keep saying that, but you really have to consider that. And that's also why I feel like I wanted to keep the couch from being placed along this area because I didn't want it to block off the space. I still want the space to feel open. So I really don't think I'm gonna end up putting the couch along the, what is that, vertical, horizontal? Horizontally. I don't think I'm gonna end up putting the couch horizontally for that very reason, because it's a nice open space and it doesn't feel like anything's being cut off. The house is a linear house, so in terms of like how much space you have width-wise, it's not a lot. So you have to really do a good job making sure that you fit things to the scale of the space that you're in. So I'm trying very hard to make sure that I keep all those things into account when I'm buying things. And I just feel like such a reasonable price for something that fits the space so perfectly. It's not tiny, it is the perfect size. I sat in it, I checked to see if I could like fold my legs in it and all that good stuff. And I can. And again, the swivel feature is really nice. I should have showed you guys that. But anyway, I'm gonna end the vlog here. This was quite a full vlog. I hope it doesn't end up being super long, but that's also why it's a good idea for me to end it right here. I feel like I jam-packed a lot in this vlog, and I will catch you guys next week, and maybe we'll have another home adventure to go on as I continue to figure out my space. And you can also chime in on how you think I should decorate the living room as well, because I just have a coffee table in mind, but any colors, because I want to have earthy tones. So send some suggestions on stuff like that. Totally open to it. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Bye, y'all.